All right, thanks for coming out. As always, we appreciate you guys and the work you do. I want to start out really proud of our guys and how they played the other night and how they came together last week. They kept to the belief of what the cornerstones of what we are as a football program, and talking about the toughness and mentally and physically that we want to play with. I think our team came together during a tough week last week. A lot of change, obviously, a lot of adversity, and I think it was a little bit challenging, but I thought they did a great job, and I would give most of that credit to the older guys who have been around. We had a great week of practice. I thought the team did a great job of controlling what they could control, and I thought, you know, we dictate and they dictate the energy they want to have out there for practice, and I thought they really did a great job. You know, game day, we want our guys to play fast. We want them to play physical, and that's part of who we are. Really like to thank Aztec Nation, because it was a great atmosphere, and you know, the students and the show for them being there, and it just was awesome for us to be able to play in front of that. Offensively, you know, we're going to talk a little bit about what we did well, what we didn't do well, things we need to talk about. You know, number one, we threw the ball extremely well. I thought Jalen did a heck of a job. Third downs, 44%. Conversion rate is awesome. We hadn't had that for a while. Red zone, we were 3 of 4 in the red zone. I think both 2-minute drives at the end of the half and the end of the game. I thought both of those things obviously ended up well for us. And one of the hidden things we always talk about is time of possession. In the time of possession, we 36 minutes was outstanding, and you know, overall, from the positives, you know, the 4 receivers, Shaw, Tyrell, Jesse, and Breon, I thought all played very well, and I think they were, you know, a big part of helping Moose back there throwing the ball. False starts, we had one the other night too, really can't have. I thought we were better. We had an illegal chop block downfield, cut block. It's a new emphasis and a new rule this year, and it definitely was. So we got to clean that up. And then we had a holding penalty that really hurt us after getting a first down. We got to be more consistent running the football. You know, when you look at it, there's times where we're knocking them off the line of scrimmage, but there were too many negative plays. You know, we didn't stay on blocks. The one thing I did like was, you know, Chance, him being back. You can see what he brings to us, so really excited about what he did. Defensively, I think the biggest positive is we only gave up 14 points. And if we can give up 14 points every game, I'll be a happy head coach. But as we know, things get a little more difficult, and we've got to become better defensively, especially in the run game. Third down conversion, we were very good. Again, that got us off the field, our offense on the field, and that's where that time of possession happened. We missed 17 tackles, which is way too much. We didn't get any turnovers until the last one, last play of the game. And, you know, we didn't gave up an explosive play, 2 explosive plays that, you know, changed the game a little bit, because I thought we were, from a defensive side of the ball, I thought we were doing the things we needed to do. And then stopping the run consistently. The 2 drives, you know, at the end of the game really were the 2 drives that put them in the lead. So we got to do a better job there. Special teams, I thought Jack, obviously, kicking the game winner late, but also just how he approached everything, what he's done. We had 4 kickoffs, coverage team inside the 25-yard line. We want to be inside the 25 all the time. And then Jack netted 48.8, which was a good day. And we just got to keep, the only negative was he missed, the 1 field goal. But when he came off, him and I had a conversation that he would, we'd need him again. So, and we did. So from that standpoint, from a football standpoint, there's things out there that we need to get better at, and we will. Really liked, we got to execute better on both sides of the ball, always in the kicking game. We got to have a lot of pride and ownership in what we're doing. And the competition that we have daily, I think, is really helping us out.
Coach, with the bye week, you mentioned post-game that recruiting is going to be a big thing this week. With the recent offensive staff changes, maybe it's too soon to say, but do you think there'll be an impact with the type of players you're looking for, or maybe some players might be more interested now with the
I think that's down the road, to be honest with you, and I doubt too much. Kids make decisions for all kinds of reasons, and some of it is they like to coach, some of it is they like the school. Just depends. I feel good where we're at, if you want to know that.
With a young offensive line, typically the notion is that the run blocking comes first before pass blocking, but maybe from the outside it looks like the pass blocking has been better than the run blocking.
Well, yeah, I think the other night I thought those guys did a nice job. And again, we'd like to run the ball better, and we have to. And I think, there are some young guys up there. I do think, watching Josh, he's getting better every week. I'd like him to get better faster, but you can tell, playing right tackle for us, important position, he's getting better every week.
Max Garrison has been kind of a standout on special teams. He was returning kickoffs, or at least back there next to Bird. What has he done as a true freshman that's impressed the coaches so much?
Well, I think number one, he loves the game. He's competitive. He learns fast, and he just, I don't know, he kind of shines. I don't usually use that kind of word though, but he really enjoys playing the game.
We're 2 months from the early signing date, but do you have a sense how many guys you might want to get early and how that's kind of moving along?
Yeah, gosh. We're in pretty good shape, and as you know, you got to think about the other piece of it now is the portal and what you're going to do there. We'd like to do that a little bit, a couple positions. We, need to get some older guys, especially, looking at the defensive line a little bit because who will graduate and then what we need to do.
It used to be for so long that February was like Christmas for a lot of schools. And now it's like you're getting like 2 guys. What's that make you feel the way this all?
Yeah, it's changed so much, Kirk, and I used to like the old days, to be honest with you, because I delivered a scholarship to a kid on a snowmobile in February in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And then we had a little party, and then I had to get back because my daughter was born, so I had to get back to Kalamazoo. But it really, I miss the old days, to be honest with you, because it was really exciting. And not saying recruiting's not exciting, especially if you do well, but it's just different.
You've said, I think, that you haven't been enthralled with the portal, but at the same time, it allows you to reload more quickly, especially in key spots.
Yeah, it does. There's no question about it. I think I also said that, we also had some help from the portal that was good for us.
The kickoffs against Hawaii were short. Was that by design because of the coverage?
No. Jack just was underneath the ball pretty much all night, and he. I liked our coverage, that part of it, and I think we got some guys who, Kyron, he knocked out the guy who was trying to block him, and then he knocked the ball carrier out on the one. I mean, he was going down there with a purpose.
Des Malone has been one of the new starters throughout the first half of the season. It seems to me he's playing really well. He's one of the best tacklers on the team.
Yeah.
What has impressed you about him?
Yeah, I think the same things. I think, his coverage abilities, and he's not a typical, and I shouldn't say this, but he's not a corner who's just a corner. He's going to get involved, and he's going to throw it up in there, and I think he's really done a good job with that.
One more thing on recruiting. This week when you guys go out, is that to kind of get more face time with guys you've already been going for, or get some new?
Most of the guys right now, and going out right now, some of it is to get around San Diego because that's important to us, and keeping those kids home is really important to us. The others are mostly going to see guys who have been here before, guys we really want, guys that also, are committed already.
Have you sized up the Mountain West race right now? It seems like you look like a couple teams are going to start to separate themselves, and then they go and get beat.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's a good question, and I really think it's something that I think San Jose, they got Cordero, they got a good quarterback, they got a good D line. I think they're pretty good, and then what they did to UNLV. But for us, Nevada's next, and we've got to keep improving, and that's the competitive edge that you've got to keep.
Usually it seems like it takes 6 or 7 wins to win your side of the division. Can you see that being close? Maybe a 3-loss team can somehow win that?
Shoot, I don't know. We talked about the 2015 team, as a team. And then you look at Utah State last year. And those are all things that you look at and you want to measure up to.
Talk about always competing. So over the next week and a half, the 2 quarterbacks, I guess, will be 3 be competing. Like for Maiden, what does it take for him to show in this time after what he did Saturday to be the guy?
Well, he showed some stuff on Saturday, but, and at the same time, we've got to make sure that, Braxton is ready to come back. Right now, he is not. So, we're going through the concussion and protocols, and I really appreciate our doctors and what they're doing to really, make sure that he's going to be fine.
So do you think Braxton can maybe not be able to really compete?
You know what? I don't know. I wish I knew. Probably at this point, not much this week.
Does Maiden seem like a different quarterback in any ways? I mean, last year he's like buried in the depth chart. Basically said, hey, you probably have the best chance of seeing the field if you go to defense, and now
Right.
he comes back and shows this.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for our team. And it's always good. You want all your players to be successful. I mean, that's what you want. You're proud of them, and you want them to be successful, and we want them all to. So I'm proud of what he's done and how he's handled the situation and how he's truly been a great teammate.
He says you tell the guys that you need to create value for yourself. Can you talk more about that and kind of how you say that to them and what it's all about?
Yeah, I think everybody's got a value, as a coach too. I think we all do. And, whatever that value may be because of what you do positionally as a leader on the team, as a guy who's a great player, I think because there's a difference at times, obviously, and what you can add for this team.
You said you like some of the things like with recruiting that from the past. How about from the past having Maiden play 2 ways, be a
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I was on a team where a guy did that, Charles Woodson.
How unique, Coach, is what Jalen did last week for you? Like in your coaching career, for a player to do what he was asked to do and accomplish the goals and lead a team to a win, I mean, is that somewhat unprecedented from your coaching experience, or is there another experience?
You know, I'm trying to, there's a lot of years here. I'm trying to, but no, it was impressive. I mean, it was impressive. It was impressive watching him prepare, you know, during the week. And, you know, he's a very calm individual. And, you know, we check him in at night, right? Friday night, we go see every guy and, you know, shake their hand, have a good game. He's always got some kind of really good jazz on his radio. I mean, it's pretty good. So.
Why do they call him Moose?
That's a good question. I think it's because he's kind of big. You know, I mean, he's not huge, but he's kind of big, and big for a quarterback.
Did he show you guys something in that game that you just don't see when he's practicing?
You know, he has shown things now and then, and now I'm going back, obviously, but there are things now and then, but not the consistency that we saw the other night.
Was a lot of that like in 2021? I mean, he hadn't really played
Right.
for what, year and a half?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know they talked about knocking off the rust and the cobwebs. Do you think that's what a lot of that was?
Well, I don't know. I hope we keep getting better.